start streaming. There. No, no, you're okay. Oh, we are live. We're live. There we are. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the first Co-Build Collective live co-building event. That's live. Yeah, this is all about make. This is about making with make, and we help people with challenges, make challenges to be more specific, get unstuck. We don't. Sometimes I make challenges. Sometimes we're serious, but I don't remember the last time we weren't. So just waiting for some more people to get jumped on here. I have an automation we can build if this is a slow day. Yep, it's there. Oh, it's unlisted. That probably doesn't help things. Let's make that public. Save. It's public now. Not happy with my bit rate settings. Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna be cleaning up all kinds of stuff after this. Let's see, 13,500. Apply. Resolution. Video. All right. Hey, we have 5 viewers. Hello, 5 viewers. Say hi. Hi. Well, and I'm one of those. So thanks for saying hi. All right. I'm going to do a little build here while we wait for others to show up. Let's see, what do I have here? Share. All right. Sharing my screen. I can't change my, doesn't like my resolution set too high. Yep. But I won't let me change it midstream. So, but I'm coming through, right? All right. Sweet. All right. So let's go here and here. So I've got a use case. I was working on this yesterday. I didn't get done. Find the emails to go along with this. Here I got add scans to NAC from Gmail. So I've got some scans. I'm taking scans of doing some local SEO scans here. Let me get this search. And let me open one of these. There's a good one. All right, so here is the email. And this was a scan done on a service called Local Falcon. And I want to pull this stuff in. And then what I can do is I can go to the report once I log in. Well, oops, not what I want. I'm not logged into anything. I rebooted and all right, we're logged in. Okay. So when I click that link in my email, it takes me to this page, which is the report page for this local search. If you're not familiar with local search, the location of the place is right here, and this is where they show up. So, like, literally, if you move like a mile and a half down the road and search again, you could get different results. So, this is the results for this grid around this local business. So, what I want to do is I want to save this image and I want to save the data from this report. So the problem is the image here, if I click on that, it opens a new tab, which is fine. I like that. Camera's messing with me. Takes sometimes a second to, there it is. So here's the image URL, and you can see this ID here is the same as the ID here, but the rest of the URL is different. So I have to do a little find and replace to be able to get the URL of the image. But what I want to do is I get an email, I want to scrape all this out, and I want to send it to my NAC database so I can store it. Let's go over to NAC. I'm not logged into anything. Oh, come on. I need to turn off the waiting room. Let's see. All right, so I'm back over here. Hey, Doug, we're live on YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. And let's see, I need to trying to turn off the waiting room. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, there we go. I'm having Technical struggles today. All right, so here's my Google Business Profile Manager. Do you have something to look at, Doug? I was just building something I was working on yesterday that I didn't finish. Do you have something to look at? Okay, gotcha. All right, so I want to save these scans from my email and this image into Knack. So first step I'm doing here is I'm watching my email, and I have a filter that shows who those come from, and the subject includes scan complete. And then I'm using, Doug, do you have these new AI modules from Make? So it's pretty cool because you don't have to connect it up to your LLM account or whatever, like it's part of your Make account. And so what I've done, they're super easy to use too. So, like I said, get the keyword phrase inside of and I'm doing subject line here. So get the keyword phrase inside of and I put quotes with a space, and it'll bring back Botox. Um, yeah. So this is an email. There's a subject line. So I'm trying to scrape this and stick it into a database. And so, like usually, like if you're going to use Claude or something or ChatGPT, like the prompting you have to do to get something pulled out of it is more extensive than this. But since this is a an AI module that is meant for extracting information from text, like you don't have to tell it much. Yeah, yeah, right. So I say get the keyword phrase inside of the quotes, and so going to get the Botox there. I give it a name and I tell them what kind of text it is, and it's either text, number, or Boolean. Um, get the name of the business after the second quote and before the parentheses. So the name of the business is right here. Like that's all the prompt I have to do. And then get the full address instead of the open parenthesis and close parenthesis. And it does it. Let me save that. Right, right. Oh, what a place to start. All right. All right, so our subject is Shockwave Therapy, Elite Renewal Med Spa, Enterprise Avenue, Springfield, Missouri. Shockwave Therapy, there's the business name, there's the address. So it pulled it out perfectly. The next step, I'm going to see if this is in my database yet. So I'm gonna get a place ID. So I'm going to put the business name and the full address in the query. This is a Google Maps search. Thank you. And so that's going to get the place ID because in my database I have for locations I have place ID. I think yeah, it's required and it has to be unique. So that way I don't put it in there twice. Um, hey Peter, hey Nick, you're not able to hear anyone else. Oh, that's not good. Let me see here. Audio. Well, people are watching on YouTube. Let's see here. Okay,
I forgot about that.
there we go. That should help. I got desktop audio turned on. Let me know, Nick or Peter, if you hear that. Okay. So I'm getting the place ID, which works really well. And then I'm searching the location. So I'm going to search my locations for that place ID because, like these ones I'm about to pull in, I have not added them to Knack yet.
Hmm.
Oh, good. Thanks, Nick. Yep, you can hear us now. All right. So we're going to search the location. So back over here in Knack, got the locations, and then we're gonna link to keywords because each of these reports, like I'll run over time multiple reports per keyword, and then the scan reports go here. So uh, let's stick this over here. All right, so I'm going to search for the location. I'm going to say if the record ID does not exist from that module, then I'm going to go up here. I'm going to create a location, and then I'm going to go down here and search for the location again. This is something I call a search research, where we search it, and if it exists, it's actually going to search it a second time and continue, and that's there because we have to create it in some cases, and we don't know when we have to create it or not. All right, so now I have the HTML from the button, or I have this HTML here, and I want the link out of that HTML. So like when you look at the actual HTML, it's a huge block for this image because it's got classes and styles and all kinds of things. So I'm saying extract the link from the HTML button called view your scan report. And that's going to pull the URL out. And then it is actually a redirect link. Where's my email? So if I click over that, you can see it's like links.email.falcon.com. So like this is a tracking link in the email that redirects to something else. So to get to that redirect, and I don't use this very often, but there's a resolve a target URL HTTP module, which basically you give it the original URL and it's going to follow it through all the redirects and give you the final destination. You guys are quiet today.
We're learning.
I was just gonna say,
And I'm sharing my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Just check.
yeah.
Okay, so then I'm going to use the make AI tools. Oh wait, sorry, I missed one. So this is where I'm actually going to get that image, this image right here. So I have to change the URL. That ID at the end is the same as my report, but the URL in front of it is different. So I'm doing a find and replace. So this is the first part of my new URL. This is the not a CRM, CDN, Content Delivery Network URL. So I'm taking that URL here. So this is the full URL. Let me open my text editor. All right. So this is my report URL, and this is my image URL. Basically, I have to say, I'm doing a replace. So I'm saying find that and replace it with nothing. Because that's all of that before the ID has to go away. And then I'm putting this at the end of this new URL. So let me stop there. Let me run what we got so far. Oh, didn't like that. All right, hair removal. There's the business name. There's the address. We got the place ID, which we'll use to look it up in the database. Searching location, did not find a location. So it went up here and it created the location. And then it's searching again. So now it retrieved the location. Here's our report link. We go there and make sure that works. Oh. That's why this didn't work. All right, let's go look at the HTML. View your scan report. There it is. Okay. Here's the anchor tag. So I think I had trouble with this yesterday too. I think I'm going to use actual AI here to do this so I can train it a little better. Um, all right. We can go to Abacus and get on the right page. And I'm going to switch this to Claude. Or Doug, Opus or Sonnet?
They do two different things. Opus is more code. Sonnet's more towards everyday use. So for Sonnet 4 would be a good bet.
Use Sonnet 4?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want, yeah, just Sonnet 4.
I need to scrape the URL from an HTML button and email. There are multiple links in the email. I need a prompt for ChatGPT to extract the link that is on the, that is view your scan report. All right, let's have it write me a prompt. Extract the URL. You want a more robust version? Yes, I want a more robust version. Let's do robustness. All right, let's do for do that. Add message, role user there, and put the HTML in. Right there. Save. Copy that. Let's just test this. All right. Does that go to my report? It does. Hooray. Okay. I like that better. All right. So now we need to map our result. Get scan image. Yeah, that's good. All right. Looks like that's going to work. All right, I'm scraping more here. So I've got my subject. After scan settings. No, that's not right. That should be the text body. I got that mapped wrong. This is where I left off yesterday. Text content. Save. I think this needs to be the same thing. All right, so I split this up because I didn't want to try to get too much at one time. So what I'm looking for is I want there's settings when these run. So I want that grid setting. I want the 9x9 in this case. I want the radius. And the number of points. Where is that? Oh, 81 data points right there. And then I'm getting the found in. So this tells us, like, for this keyword in this business, when you're in that grid, it tells you how often they're found in the top 3, which is the 3-pack, or even you call it a snack pack, right?
Yep, snack pack.
Snack pack. I like snacks with more than 3 things, so. So the found in percentage, the average rank position right there. The average total rank position, which is the average across all those points on the map, and then the share of local voice. And the share of local voice is the percentage of the time they show up in the snack pack in that grid. So what is they show up 1.25%. So not awesome.
Not great.
Yeah. Potential client. All right, so then I'm going to search for the keyword. So I'm attaching in my database my keywords. They're going to connect to I don't have any data yet. So I've got the keyword, which is text, search volume, competition, and then location. Search volume competition is coming from keywords anywhere. Let's see. I put that in here yet? Nope. I'll do that next. Let's see, keywords. Research keywords, is that it? Nope. Search the Google Sheet. That's it, I think. I've got an HTTP module. That's not it. So I don't have to recreate the wheel here. We'll actually hit the Keywords Anywhere API and bring back the data. So there we go. That's the one I want. All right, so I'm going to create the keyword. I'm going to put this right here. Keyword. Okay, I'm just mapping it so I don't show my API key over here. Paste. All right, I have that mapped. Let's see. Don't need that there. Okay, so that's gonna fetch it search volume. Let's run one here. All right, so down here in my data, there's my volume, and there's the competition. So I'm just going to map that here. Data, volume, and competition. So the competition is 0.19, which is 19%. Save. All right. All right, that's saved. Search keyword. What's next? I need to add the scan. All right, so basically I'm creating the location, creating the keyword if it's not there, location if it's not there, and now I can add the scan to the database. All right, add a record. Let's see. I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to do the. I want to make sure I don't add the same thing twice. So I'm going to add the scan ID required must be unique. That way it doesn't get added this twice. All right, let's see. I don't want to search. We'll just add it. Create a record and scan report. That's just a default field that I didn't delete. There we go. And, all right, report date and time. I'm going to use the date and time of the email when it arrived. I'm going to hover over that. So this is a date, so we should be okay to use it as is. It's in a date format. The grid. This stuff didn't run yet, so let me save this. And just unlink that. Let me run this again. Make sure those are working. And you guys are quiet. You guys are still here, right? Florian.
We're here. We're here.
Florian's here.
We're still here.
Everybody, this is Florian, my friend.
Nice to meet you,
Florian.
everybody.
Yeah.
So Dirk,
Hey,
met already.
hey, Florian, long time no
Rob
see, bud.
already. Mr. Kent,
Good to
nice
see
to
you.
meet you.
Yeah.
And hello, Andy, obviously.
All righty. All right, so the redirect worked. So that took us to a page. This should be getting an image. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's see what we got here. 9x9, radius 5, data points 1. That doesn't sound right. Let's see, that's on my email, right? Scan settings. 9x9, that worked. 81 with 5-mile radius. So the 5 was right. All right, 9x9, 5 data points. Let's see. After scan settings, get the data points number inside the parenthesis. So this will be.
Can I make a suggestion, Andy?
Sure.
Yeah, why don't you take and copy and paste one of those titles as an example and put it in that, because that's a prompt, right?
Yeah, that's a prompt.
That description is a prompt?
And ask Claude.
No, the title out of your email, right? They're coming in the same way, right, every time?
Yes.
So if you grab one of those and you go, this is an example title and this is the example data I want from it, like kind of giving it a written JSON file of what it, and an example, you know, of what it needs.
Yeah. Let me give this, see if this is.
That's another way to do it too, of course.
Extract the number that represents the total count of data points from the given text. All right.
Another way to do it is to ask it what kind of a prompt you know, ask it to write you the prompt to extract this data from this title.
Let's see. We can try that. For example, I haven't tried an example yet, no, so we'll try this. This text contains this text. Contains 81. All right, let's give that a try. Let's see, is this, yeah. All right, run this module. There we go, 9981. Let me put something other than 81 in there because my example is 81. 77. Yep, good. All right, and then did I get what I wanted from this one? Found in 1.23, yep. Average rank position, that's not right. Average total rank position, that's not right. Okay. Just go back to here. After the found in, I'm looking for found in parentheses. That one worked. After the average rank position, get the whole number with up to 2 decimal points. Average total rank position. All right. Let's run another one. Right. 9 by 9, 5 and 81. That's right. 9, 5 and 81. And then 48.15. 1279, 1705, 1.23. 1279, 1705, 1.23. Except I want, yeah, that's right. 48.15. Okay, that's right. Good. All right. Search for keyword and create it here. Search it again, and then we're going to create scan. All right, our grid, search area, scan ID. Except I don't want that there. There we go. So I'm going to replace the resolved. I'm going to get rid of that, and I'll just end up with the ID. Create a couple more fields. Let's see. Scan keyword Botox found in. Let's see. What is that called? That's called share of local voice. That is a percentage. Number format, I'll make that a percentage. No, it's already a percentage. Share of local voice, average rank position. Average total rank position. Period 2. Share local voice. And data points. Okay. All right. Avenue. Glad you loved the live stream. Oh, all right. Let's see. So create scan record. We should have some more fields here. There we are. Okay. Average rank position. Average total rank position. Share local voice is the found in, and then data points. Oh, I want the image too. Should probably put an image field in here. Image. There we go. All right, so now to add an image, I've got to upload it first. Upload a file. So I'm going to get it from the HTTP. This is an image, yes. Then, right down here, I give it the ID, file ID right there. Okay. I guess it's ready to test. I currently have 0 scan reports. So let's run one and see what it does. Adam, you snuck in.
Very sneaky.
Do what?
Sneaky,
You
sneaky.
sneaky?
I'm very sneaky. How is everyone? It's been a minute since I've been here.
Good. We're live on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, I'll be quiet then. I apologize.
No, not what I meant.
I know, you're good.
All right. Should have something in here. All right. That wasn't right. Let's see what we got. Our image. Let me go look at the email we got. Cryotherapy. Let's see. Oh, I didn't connect this to the keyword. Yeah, it needs to be connected to the keyword. Keyword. There we go. Cryotherapy, so it's already in there. All right, look at the email. Text. 9x9 grid, cryotherapy. Didn't work. Cryotherapy. 81 data points, 5-mile radius. 81 data points, 5-mile radius. Oh, I thought it came in wrong. I added that in the settings. That's why. Radius. So down here, I put I did a custom number format, so I put miles with the squared above it. So that actually came in correct. Came in as 5. This one didn't. 6/1, 12:31 a.m. I was not up doing this at 12:31 a.m. Share local voice. It's not right. 6.81, 8.21. Those are right. All right. Share of local voice. 7.41. Oh, that's what I got. I must have mapped something wrong. Share of local voice. Yeah, I did. There we go. And then the keyword is going to be from 15. Record ID. There we go. Adam, did you bring stuff to look at?
No, I was
Okay.
I was just popping in to hang out for a minute while working on stuff.
All right. Leave that record. Choose where to start. I want to get all of these. I've run a few reports, Naaman. Oh, I need to fix the report time. Let's see. I have to format this. Format date. Day, year. And hours. There, that should put it in the correct time zone. Save. Let's run one. All right, this should be May 30th at 4:02 p.m. That sounds more like a time that I would be up and awake.
Sounds about right.
I value my sleep. I'm not up at 12. I'm not up at midnight unless I'm at the ER with a child, which actually happened this week. So, all right, let's go looky. All right, we got cookies. Oh, this was an old one I ran. All right, cookies. 5x5, 25 points, 5-mile radius. Grid is still not coming in right. 5-mile radius. 25 data points. Let's see, found in 96%. It's not working right. Average 2, 276. and 84, 276, and 84. Oh, that's yeah. That's the what am I looking? How am I looking at this wrong? Yeah, share of local voice 84%. That's based on the scan. Okay, yeah, that came in right. Uh-oh, I just dumped breakfast on my monitor. That's awesome. One moment, please.
Monitor's gotta eat too.
Monitor's got to eat too. That's right. This is great.
You need a
Okay.
pause for technical difficulties screen
I'll
up.
cut this out in post. Oh, wait, it's a live stream. All right. Let's hope my keys on the bottom still work. It might be time for a new monitor. All right. Let me push the Windows button. Go away. All right. We'll try this. All right. Apparently the keys are still working, so. All right. I was going to do original. Yeah, good. That's what I wanted. Okay. So then I can go through and this gives me the ability to track. This is tied to a keyword, and the keyword's tied to a location. This gives me let me show this over time. Data points. That's I don't like how that search grid is coming in though. Where's that coming from? Grid. Oh, it's a placeholder. That's why it's not coming in, right? Anybody else do this when they're working on stuff? Make silly mistakes? Nobody?
Never.
Never?
I think that's usually
What's
why
that?
most of us are here.
I'm shocked that it's happening.
My biggest mistake is working while I'm tired, because then I make all kinds of them.
Whose project is this? Who's cool?
Who's what?
Whose project is it?
Mine.
Cool.
People didn't have stuff to build, so I am Naaman's teaching me about local search. And so I already had, and here's the cool thing about local search. Hey, Warm Regards is here. That's Kirk. Here's the thing I love about local search. So Naaman shared this stuff on Friday and kind of did deeper, our second deep dive on it. With a lot of stuff, you have to go, there's a business. I wonder if they need help with something. And you have to go ask, hey, do you need help with this? No, we're good. With local search, you can know they need help before you show up to go talk to them.
Yeah.
Because you can just, I mean, like, this is a terrible.
Like when
do what?
with those maps, we do something similar for our clients, and they when the local companies see where they are lacking, it's like, okay, we we need help, and that typically helps people move forward really quickly.
Yeah. And you can take them and show them a problem that they probably didn't know they had. And they probably don't know how to fix it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the problem to begin with. So if it's my grid 5x5. So I'll fix that. You look like you have a thought, Naaman.
No, you just hard coded it. You do. But it's supposed to be put in there automatically.
Yes, it will. I was fixing that one.
Okay.
I think I have it fixed. I'm going to run another one. We'll see. That was a text formula page, so the API, I couldn't actually write to it because I had the wrong field type.
Uh,
All right. What do we got? Weight loss service. 5x5, 25 and 5. Refresh. Weight loss service. Time looks good.
yes,
Yep. 5x5.
there.
5 mile. Scan ID. Share local voice. 4, 12, 17. 4, 12, 17. Yep. Yeah. $17, 12, 17, 4. So I'm going to put this underneath that so it's in the same order as email. There we go. And data points 25. Yep. Okay, good. It's working.
Nice.
Why don't I use the API, you say? Well, because I'm on the plan without the API and I want to be able to have that flexibility to go back down to this plan. So this allows me to pull these reports in. And I figured out it's easier to generate the reports from the report software versus try to send it from NAC because that requires the API. It's just more efficient to do it from there and then pull them over into this. They're very good about sending an email every time the report is generated. Where is,
So I have a question for you.
okay.
Something, since you did this part, this was kind of cool, is if you had access to their Google Search Console, could you then look up the keyword and then, or look up the domain that's inside of their Google Business Profile, and then go into their Google Search Console, look for that domain, and then look for that query that matches the search that you did on the map to see their visibility. Then that way you would actually could pull the impressions and the clicks for that particular query.
From their profile?
Google Search Console.
Oh, from Search Console.
I'm not saying do it now. I'm just wondering if that's even,
I don't know. I
think it's possible.
can see if it's possible at least.
Because then that would be a full circle. That would be 360 right there. Because you show where their visibility is, which in most cases in the beginning it'll be awful.
Right.
You'll show that their visibility increased. And then you'll show that because their visibility increased, their impressions increased, and their clicks increased. Of course, for Google Business Profile, you don't want them to click. You want them to call.
Right.
But you could well, you couldn't track it to the click level. I mean the call level that way.
So looks like I can get sitemaps, searches traffic for the specified URL. But you're wanting keyword report, right?
Query,
Query, yeah.
which is, I can call it a keyword, I guess.
Inspect the URL.
So for that URL, there's going to be so many queries attached to that URL. And then in that URL, there's going to be so many queries. There's going to be so many impressions and so many clicks.
So, what are we looking for? Performance? Yeah, you're wanting to say like,
So if you click on pages, well, and let's say you went to your root domain, which is this one here,
yep,
right? And let's say that was the one that was on your Google Business Profile. All right.
right,
But it was not the one that's your website is associated with, which we know in this case, this is what your website is associated with.
right,
So the one on the big Google Business Profile, you can put a subdomain on it saying www dot or whatever, right?
right.
But click on that. Let's say that was your Google Business Profile. Then that would be all the queries that your Google Business Profile showed up for. And then you can match the query, if that query showed up on the map that you ran, to see the impressions and the clicks based on the visibility.
Right.
And over time, you could keep track of it over time to see how it's improving. So you could actually have a little graph. In my mind, I'm thinking a little graph saying, okay, this is where you were, visibility increase, and then this is where your impressions are and your clicks, and boom.
So,
But I don't know if it's possible to pull that information out from here.
okay, scan
But I
ID
think
must be unique.
you may have to use the API.
Yeah.
Well, you will be using the API, right? So for that.
Let's see.
Hey guys.
Hey, Douglas,
We're live streaming.
Hey, Douglas.
Hey, Douglas.
we're on YouTube. The
Oh,
tubes.
fun. Good to see y'all.
Let's see. Oh, if we had. What if we inspect that URL? Oh, is this going to be hard? Maybe not. All right, site URL. Mobile usability index status. Referring URLs. Site maps. Yeah, that's not what we want. Let's see. We want queries. Search. What did I say we want? We want page queries. Um, Getting your performance data. Yeah, I don't know. Not that. I wonder if Google Analytics is connected. If you could get it from Google Analytics is connected to the Search Console. If you could get it from Google Analytics.
You can connect Google Search Console to Google Analytics.
Right. And then you could
Because
connect
of-
and connect Make to Google Analytics.
That could work. They don't give you much. I mean, well, I'm in the wrong spot.
Ports. Acquisition. Traffic acquisition. Referral. Let's see.
There it was. You see it?
Nope, that's it.
It says Search Console on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah, queries. There we go. Oh, wrong. Ah. I'm not on the right thing. I guess.
With the G4 one, yeah.
Huh. Okay, let's go. Let's have data. No, this doesn't have data either. All right, let's go back to something else. We'll look at client data. Don't care. Let's see. Oops. Home. Or why am I? Home. Queries. Why is this not showing me anything on the left side anymore?
Yeah, I was looking at the video here, and you have to like register a whole bunch of stuff to get access to the Google Search Console API. So it's like multiple steps. So it's not going to be like, I don't, unless Make bypasses those steps.
Probably not. All right. Go back. Queries. Organic Google query. Well, I don't know why I'm not seeing what I saw just a little bit ago. There we go. Explore. Reports. There we go. Google organic search traffic and search console queries. So it just gives me a page. I don't know how you get down to a page level. Let's see, add filter.
Can you do Google Search Console query where it has a little drop down arrow and just select page?
Just gives me those.
Then allow you to select the page. Okay.
Let's
Hmm.
see. Right there. That's the home page. We got nothing. Error. Incompatible request. Excuse me. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Um, I don't know what the keyword would be called. Organic Google search clicks. Impressions. Let's see. Let's say.
I gotta head out.
See you, Adam.
Good
Yeah,
to see y'all.
No, incompatible report. I mean, worst case scenario, you could export it once a month. Look here, something. Amplify. Let's see. Google search console. Must contain console.
I think maybe the module and make is make an API call.
Yeah, it is.
So once we know which one
Right.
to call, but I think you have to go through the whole authorization process before they give you access to even see what the API call is going to be. It's possible then. That's good. It's possible to loop it back around.
It's like we can make it just from this module. Let's see, search analytics, sitemaps, URL inspection. Language code. Oops. Ah. body. URL. It's a post. Enter a path relative to googleapis.com/webmasters. I don't think that's right. We'll just try this. Oh, post. Resource not found. So this is right. This is saying gotta be googleapis.com/webmasters is the base URL. Oh, query. Oh, hang on a second. Query. There we go. That looks right. All right. Query the search traffic data with filters and parameters that you define. Post example. Shouldn't need the API key. Sites, site URL. Let's see. Site URL. Post. Let's go with that. Save. Let's see, it starts with /v3. Yep. Run this module. Invalid JSON payload received. Unexpected token. Let's see here. No. Oh, there is JSON here. Oh, I copied it down here. All right, that's the 2025 01 2025 2025 01 01 2025 01 31. Dimensions, search type. All right. Evaluate dimension. Just say no dimension. I just want something to come back. Stick this in the middle so it doesn't keep moving on me. Four oh four. Yeah, see, it's got a. To F. Not a valid Search Console site URL. So just say weblytica.com, I guess. Clicks, impressions, click through, position. All right. So now, can we get it for a particular request? Dimension. Filter dimension. Date and hour. Type. Page. Filter against a specific URI string.
Excuse me just a minute, guys. I'm not gonna text you goodbye. I'm gonna say, have a good afternoon, and I wish you good luck in your Search Console venture.
Thanks, Doug.
You bet, guys. See ya.
How do I format that? Page, filter against. Let's see. Filter. Dimension filter groups. Let's see. Equals. Page. Oh, that actually worked. Well, let's see. We're looking at January, 1775 clicks. Custom. Oops. Okay. January 1. Doesn't look right. Oh, and look at the page. That don't look right. I thought it sounded high. I might have to be dug into further, but I'm getting. I wonder if that's all the clicks for that date. Discover. I don't know what that is. Oh, let me get rid of that. Nope. "97 clicks is the most I had on one page during that time period." Well, we got connected to something.
That you
There you
did.
It's got to be a way to dimension page equals that. Let's do something here. Let's copy that. Same data.
It doesn't make any sense.
Nope. It's like it's not reading that JSON.
Well, I signed up for the API service for Google Search Console.
Oh, okay.
And so they supposedly have a way for you to test it in 1 minute or less, but I haven't found out how to do that yet. But this helps. I mean, it's pulling something.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what.
Yeah.
But it can be done then, it seems like.
Looks like it. I'm still using.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice. I do have a question.
Okay.
It is a make question, but at the same time, it's a Zapier question. So, but I'll keep it.
That sounds very confusing.
Huh?
That sounds very confusing.
It is very confusing. So maybe I'll share it to you later. Probably, yeah.
Oh, not now?
You want me to share it to you now?
Sure.
It's okay.
I can make up an answer now just like I can later.
Oh, I like that one. That was good. I like how you did that. I've fallen into the trap of having like multiple tabs open at the same time. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see, where are you? That's not you. Get you out of the way. Keep you up. All right, here we go. So I have this automation running in Zapier, which I'll share. But it fails on this automation here.
Okay.
So my thought was, when did this one run? That ran on the 22nd. Anyway, so the Zap is this one here. This one. Where the heck is it? Okay, so what I was gonna do was add a webhook. But I'll show you how it runs. Did I save this one? I think I did save this one because I wanted to save this. haven't finished the mapping yet. So let's just hop out of this. I think I just lost what I did. Yeah, it's gone. Anyway, so this one here, going to edit existing draft. Oh, it's back in there. Okay. So the reason why I put this webhook in is because when I map from here to here, all right, it doesn't work. What I mean by that is that if I run a test, it works. So all the fields that are here, and then when I run a test, all these fields come through and everything works fine
From step one.
from step one.
Okay.
But when this is triggered, not on a test, none of these, the only fields that actually show up are the ones that are hard coded. All these fields here do not show up. So then this fails, which I can show you here. If I can get back out of this Zap and go into history. And this is one that failed. So if I go into it, help me fix it. And this is the one that failed here.
First name.
It says that it's, if you go into run details, where is it at?
Click on the first one and go into run details.
So this is all coming through. And the first name is down here. So you have first name, last name.
Is that
Email address.
is that running a webhook in Make and then bringing back data?
No, it's an API call.
API call. Okay.
That's set up inside of, they have a setup inside of Zapier.
Oh, okay. This is different. All right. Okay. I saw the other one had a webhook in it. So, okay.
Right. Well, what I was going to do was take the information and do a webhook to Make, since this is not working, and then use the API call for this to send the data to it, to basically add a contact. But I don't understand why. So if I go here, if I click on this one and I say run entire Zap, replay it. So it's replayed. So you can see the first one here.
Yep.
And then it fails. So if I go here, we have this. There's the run details. There's the in data, out data, right? Come here, it only brings in this data. That's it.
And you're sure data came in from the previous one? Where's the data that, yeah, on that one?
So this is the out data. And then the fields that I am looking at configuring are these here. So I know it came out because it's showing here, as this is the fields that have been populated. When I come here and take a look, these are the fields that should have data in it, but this is the run detail. This is all that.
So go back to the mapping for this number 2. The configuration, yeah. Those got yellow around them. What is that?
I don't know what that means.
Click on the little I think it's an exclamation mark. See if that,
Can't click on it.
can't click on it.
Nothing happens.
Delete that first name, the account first name, and let's just remap it.
Have to edit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. Get rid of the webhook. Maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll put it below. Can I drag it? Yeah.
Ooh, you can.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right. So I'm in config. And I just want to get rid of this one. You can see the data's there, right?
Yeah.
But I'll
Let's
remap
get
it.
rid of it for fun.
And then this is the first name. Then continue. And look, it's all there.
Right.
And so if I run a test step, everything passes through. It's going to fail because this record's already created. I guess this wasn't created before. So it went through. So it's there, but when it runs on its own, if I rerun this here, so I'm going to run all 10, which is the same time. No, I don't know what that is. Let's try something different. The service monster gather up. When did this run? On May 21st. So let's run this one. Entire zap. See? Doesn't bring it over.
I would ping their support. I don't know why that wouldn't work.
So I was thinking of putting a webhook to send it over to Make, which seems like a silly thing to do.
No. Not if it gets you out of Zapier sooner. It's not a silly thing to do. And not if Zapier's not working. No, I do that all the time. I actually I created a name for those. Zapinarios. Where you start in Zapier and you send the data to a webhook and Make. It's a Zapinario.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen that term used like on forums or anything yet, but if you ever see it, I made it up.
Zapinario. Okay. All right. So my next question for you then. So Service Monster has an API. All right. They have an API. But, so I said maybe I can just bypass. I can bypass using Zapier altogether. And they say they have a webhook. But when I look at their webhook, it doesn't make any sense to me. And can I show it to you?
Yep.
Their web.
Yep.
So where is Service Monster webhook? Okay, let me just drag this over. Okay, so I created a API user for Make. So I'm gonna go into their documentation. And so they have this documentation. I've downloaded the information for the webhook itself. But then, I mean, for the API. So then they said they have this webhook, which is an API endpoint URL. So how would I implement this inside of Make?
So I've had to do this once before. What I'm guessing is you have to make an API call to them with the webhook to set it up. So like I'm making an API call. I want you to use this webhook, and when I want you to fire it every time this happens. Boom. And then once you make that API call, it basically takes the place of having a webhooks page in your UI where you put it in. That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, I see what you're
So you have to say, this is a webhook I want you to use for my account. You only have to make the call once because it's example body, event, order on update, target URL. Yeah, I think that's it. So that example body down there. So you
this one here.
yeah. So you up above there you have event types. On create, on update, on delete, on archive. Like those are the events for the webhook.
Mhm.
And so you just make this call and say for order updated. When the order is updated, I want you to fire this webhook with the data.
I see. So the webhook that's inside of Make then.
Yeah. You just do that once, and then from then on, they'll fire that webhook.
So that's different. I do want to save that. I won't let me until I do what? I gotta put the username in. Okay.
Just hit create.
I-
Just hit create, and that'll go away. You can leave it empty if you want.
All right, so I would use. I thought I added the webhook. I know I added the webhook. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So it's basically attach this to the N then, right? So I would come here and that would go here where it says subscribe ID.
Nope, you're going to replace the URL. I think you leave the subscribe ID. I think that's what's going to be returned back to you. So just swap out that first part. Example.com API webhook. Yeah, paste. You put it in there. Leave the subscription ID at the end. And you would make that call.
You mean it's the bracketed subscription ID at the end? Leave that?
I would leave that, yeah. I don't know what that is though yet. So your screen's a little fuzzy for me.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Scroll up a little bit. That probably is. Well, that's worse. Let me see if I can.
Is it?
Bigger. Yeah. There we go. I made it a little bit bigger on my side. So webhooks. Service metrics objects for webhooks can be created. Event types. Subscribing to a webhook. Event, target URL. The URL of the object is sent when the event is triggered. I don't know. Maybe you don't need the subscription ID. I don't know what that means. So I think you're gonna make an HTTP call to this webhook endpoint. You're gonna have a JSON with your event and your target URL, and submit it. And then it should be set up. Then you should be able to go create or whatever, and it'll fire that webhook.
But okay, so then so how do I use this part? I mean, I have a username and they've given me a password. So it says nothing about where that goes in here. Unless I go to the top
This is
part here.
introduction or getting started. Create a basic token vendor. So it looks like you got headers, authorization, basic, and then you put your token.
Well, yeah, because they've given me, for this API, I had to make something for make.com. They gave me username and password. But I'm trying to find out here, where do I put those?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't tell me where they go. I mean, I could guess, but where that gets you?
So there's not an API key page.
You mean on here, you mean?
No, on your in the program and in the web app.
Well, yeah, this is it. So if I go to settings, they have an API users. And then you click on that and it takes you to this. And then you just click on that and it gives you the ability to select what to do. So you can select any one of these. And then once you're done, it gives you a username and password.
But the password's not showing here, right?
No,
Just the username.
password's not showing.
I bet it's the password that is your. Is the password big long string?
So the password is, yeah, it's not that long, but it's pretty long, yeah.
That's probably your API key, would be my guess.
What's the username for them?
I don't know.
All right. Yes. Fun in the sun.
Yes. Some API documentation is awesome, as you know, and some is this.
Oh yeah. This is supposed to be an easy integration.
See, it's authorization basic, your token here, but you don't have something called a token.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
there's password username right down there.
But where does that go? API request must be completed within 1 hour, blah, blah, blah. Username, password. Upon successful post API request. Okay. All right. I took enough of your guys' time. I appreciate it.
All righty.
You're good. You're good.
See everybody. I'm gonna stop the stream. See everybody. Thanks for coming. You
Everybody.
can stay.